Long before silence settled over these mountains, thousands of footsteps echoed across these ancient stone pathways. Most people know Machu Picchu as silent, hollowed-out ruins, a ghost of a lost empire, but very few have ever seen it truly alive. This is the city at its vibrant, beating heart. Imagine arriving here 500 years ago. The city is awake, smoke rises from 1,000 warm hearths. Generations of families begin their day, stepping out into the crisp mountain air of the sacred valley. The stone pathways are worn smooth by the rhythm of daily life. Every corner turned reveals a living history. This wasn't a monument meant for the dead. It was a home. Children grew up running through these corridors. Farmers head to the emerald slopes, carrying the tools of their trade to feed an empire in the clouds. In the shadows of the doorways, the intricate story of the Inca is woven into every thread and garment. Messengers arrive breathless from distant valleys, bringing news from the corners of the vast Tawantinsuyu Empire. 8,000 feet above the valley floor, they built the impossible, a miracle of engineering carved into the granite. Every terrace, every stone, every channel of water was meticulously engineered to defy the weight of the mountain itself. They shaped the living rock with such precision that even a blade cannot pass between these sacred joins. High-altitude gardens provided life where nothing should grow, feeding the chosen inhabitants of this sanctuary. This is the living stone. Witness the majesty of Machu Picchu, exactly as the Inca intended it to be seen. Beyond the daily rhythm of life, there existed something deeper. This was a realm where the physical world bowed to the spiritual essence of the earth itself. This was a sacred place, built not just for survival, but for eternal communion with the divine spirits that inhabited these jagged peaks. At the Intihuatana, known as the hitching post of the sun, the Inca priests performed the delicate task of tracking the heavens. Here, they marked the passage of sacred time, anchoring the celestial cycle to the very heart of the mountain granite. In the sacred plazas, the entire community gathered as one. Rituals served as the bridge between the people and the living mountains surrounding them. They honored the sun, the water, and the ancestors who walked these stones before them, weaving their lineage into the spirit of the peaks. This is Machu Picchu at the absolute height of its power, a living, breathing masterpiece of stone and soul carved into the very clouds. Every terrace, every plaza, and every home was alive. It was a pinnacle of human achievement, harmonizing perfectly with the rugged wild. As the sun began its descent toward the western peaks, long, rhythmic shadows stretched across the vast agricultural terraces, signaling the day's end. The day's labor was complete. A peaceful quiet began to settle over the slopes as the mountain air turned crisp and cool. Families returned to their stone homes. Children, tired from a day of play, walked alongside parents weary from the demanding labor of the fields. This was the universal human rhythm, the connection of family that has sustained every great civilization throughout the history of our world. As the twilight deepened, fires were lit against the biting mountain cold. They provided more than warmth. They provided a sanctuary of light. In the gathering of family at day's end, the stories of the Inca were passed down, whispered over the crackle of burning wood. The mountains seemed to breathe. Great plumes of clouds rose from the valleys like living spirits, eager to reclaim the heights. They embraced the stone city in an ancient, silent dance, a reminder that here, nature and spirit were one and the same. But this vibrant world did not last forever. There came a day when the fires stopped burning and the rhythmic voices finally fell silent. The empire shifted, the people departed, and the jungle began its slow, relentless march to reclaim the sacred stone. The city disappeared into silence and mist for centuries, but the stones remain. They are the silent witnesses who remember everything. This was Machu Picchu, a legacy written in granite exactly as the Inca intended it to be seen. Timeless, unconquerable, and eternal.